EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors from north of the border, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get over.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Now the first carry for Zach Moss.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
But you look at this defense.
They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Chase, the motion man right.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Burrow, throw left side, complete to Chase.
So he stopped for no gain. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the 1st. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession.
They'll be led out by a 1st-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
In motion right is Austin.
Fields now to throw.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Here's 2nd and 3. First carry for Najee Harris.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little... Try to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Austin, the man in motion left.
To throw is Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 1.
At the Bengals 43-yard line.
Oh, hurry up. Go.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Back to throw. Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right, that run after catch.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Fields.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Moss.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati. Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
First catch of the game by Higgins, and he's got his guys a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll go up the middle here with Moss.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
That's taken in by Higgins.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Burrow.
And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, it's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Burrow looking to pass.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
We're scoreless after 1.
Second quarter now, Toronto in possession of the football. 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. On the give, this is Harris. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7.
At the 33-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
He'll drop this underneath the moss. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. A short one there to Freiermuth.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set high.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Here's Fields. Setting up the screen, Harris.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Now it's Fields.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
George Pickens.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Blues post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Cincinnati set to take over once again.
Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
They'll give this to Moss running right. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and 1 now from the 21.
11 MT,
Moss on the give up the middle.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Burrow will throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
They're going to look to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
Don't jump. Ready? Tonight.
Here's Fields. Finding Pickens for another catch. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. To the air again, Fields. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Throwing again is Fields. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Fields now to throw.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Justin Fields
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Blues will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Bengals 3.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense and their running back Zach Moss headed onto the field. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. They'll run the screen with Moss.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we close out the first quarter of this season. We'll begin right here in the city beautiful, Orlando, Florida, where you see the final score there. Troy Franklin, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Deontay Johnson, a touchdown reception. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Blues offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Third down.
Play action. It's Fields.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
Right back to Moss.
3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Now here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. A punt of 46, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Toronto's offense ready to take over.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
1st down, Blues.
Off play action, Fields.
They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Toronto.
And they run with Harris off the option.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
A handoff for Warren.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Holding offense.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 13. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd down, it's Moss again.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. 2nd down and 6 now.
33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
An option handoff given to Harris.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Harris. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here.
Now Fields. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Again, Fields.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Boswell's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So the lead extended, and I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you said, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now it's Burrow.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
At the 38-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Able to find Higgins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
12, 12, 12. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Burrow looking to pass.
And that one complete once again to Higgins.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Here we go. Side.
Again, it's Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
11 Thomas. 11 Mighty. 11, 11, 11.
And they go play action now. Burrow rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
55 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First down, Toronto.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Here's Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
At their 48-yard line.
Slot man moves right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass. He's across midfield.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage. A little something extra in his repertoire.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
To throw is Fields. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot. And it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First down, Blues.
Ran it last time, now Fields to throw.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Blues are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bengals set to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
11, 12.
Here's Burrow.
12.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 5.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll start on the ground with Harris.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
They run again with Harris. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 9.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
On the option left is Fields.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was their defense